overwhelmed.
Yeah, I know.
Overwhelmed.
It's kind of crazy, right?
So it's kind of, I think going into places like that can be very confusing.
Daunting.
So what I try to do, we don't have thousands of products. We really just focus on at most a few dozen products, because nutrition should be straightforward, and supplementing your diet should be all about looking at what your diet is, looking at what's important, and supplementing those things that you don't get adequate levels, whether it's omega-3s that we just talked about, or vitamin D, or even now with our Ultimate Eye that talks about the lutein and zeaxanthin, the carotenoids that are abundant in a diet if you eat an abundance of green leafy vegetables. At least lutein is, zeaxanthin's kind of difficult. So nutritional supplementation should be straightforward. With a product like this, it's targeted toward a specific body part and specific benefits for that body part.
Absolutely, 4.6 stars. And let's be honest, there was a time of when Andrew first started offering this where we did it seasonally, but now our eyes take an onslaught. We're staring at something all the time, whether it's a cell phone or a computer screen. I mean, it's certainly more of a barrage than it's ever been. So the fact that you're doing this at a special monthly price is outstanding.
It's funny, I was, a few years ago, he's no longer with us, but he was one of the leading ophthalmological surgeons who developed a lot of the surgical techniques for lens replacement. And I was talking to him about all the age-related issues that we have with our eyes and things like that. And I kind of said, so when do they kind of start? They kind of start when you're 35, 40, 45, 50, when we start noticing things and changes. And he just smiled and laughed. And he said, they start as an infant, the moment you open your eyes. And the moment you open your eyes and you let light in, and unfortunately that's what we have to do to become part of the world and see the world. But the moment we let light in is a gradual, pernicious, persistent process of damage. And all we can do is we can wear sunglasses when we're outside. We can make sure we protect our eyes from, say, UV radiation. But our eyes have really well-developed systems that have been developed over the eons. And these systems center around ingredients exactly like lutein and zeaxanthin. Lutein and zeaxanthin are essential for healthy, clear vision. But lutein and zeaxanthin are essential for protecting your eye over the course of your lifetime. So the wonderful, as I always say, it's that the wonderful God-given blueprint that an ingredient that's critical for healthy vision today is also critical for preserving vision tomorrow. So it's a wonderful, brilliant design, but only if we give our body the tools, which are lutein, zeaxanthin, and of course, we have other ingredients in this that targets night vision, the anthocyanins from dark purple berries. So these are things that should be all part of our diet, a central part of our diet, but unfortunately, as Americans, they're not. So this tiny capsule, easy to swallow, an ultra-fine powder like all my capsules.
Look at that.
And you see a purple color with sort of gold flecks in it. The purple are the anthocyanin-rich berries for your night vision and also for the healthy circulation to and from your eye. And the gold flecks, that's lutein and zeaxanthin.
Nice.
They're responsible for the macular region of the eye. So I often say, a lot of folks look at supplements as something that works on their body. But what lutein and zeaxanthin, they don't work on your eyes. They need to be there for your eyes to work. They're a critical part of how your eye functions. We think of calcium as being an integral part of the structure of our bones, but lutein and zeaxanthin are a critical structure, a critical part of the functioning of our eyes. So we don't want to be without them.
Absolutely not. Monthly special pricing, really outrageous. You can choose the 30, I mean, really, because this is an expensive product to manufacture, 30, 60, 180, and 360. And once more, we're looking at pretty close, I mean, really for all intents and purposes, kind of that today's special savings. Remember, everything has our 30-day return policy. Everything, when Andrew is here for these short little visits, it's a little 24-hour window, free shipping, we do special pricing. And when we talk about a see the difference product, obviously the difference is clear. When you read those reviews, this is one of those products where we're probably going to have a pretty high standard of measurement in terms of its success. And for this to have a 4.6 star customer pick average, which with almost 1,900 reviews, 1,500 of which are perfect. And it's, I also blame kind of the blue light. You know how they like change the light bulbs? That's not helping matters.
LEDs and things like that, and we're always on our phones and other devices which give off significant amounts of blue light. There's generally a setting you could reduce the blue light on your phone, which just makes it look a little yellower, but it's better for your vision because blue light also has other kind of neurostimulatory effects. That's why we we're better off reading like a book instead of looking and reading in an electronic device just before we go to sleep.
Absolutely.
But
this is relatively new, right?
Brand new.
Brand new.
We just introduced that.
A few months ago,
Our
right?
maximum L plus Z, it's a response